All right, we're live, guys.
What's going on, everyone?
We're, what up, guys? What up, Panda? Mad quiet and shit.
What's going on, Panda?
Son Andy. Panda, you got your mic muted, bro.
Yo,
Yo, what's going on?
yo,
Alright, this guy. We're gonna roll with it. Fuck it. This is day one. We started with our podcast. What up, everybody? We talking about topics right now. We don't even know the title. Just call it on title right now. The podcast name, but we're gonna start talking about Super Mario Run, the release date. I hope you guys have your article pulled up. But we're gonna talk about the release, the prices, the download size coming up for Android tomorrow. I mean, for not Android, for app iOS. Sorry. But what do you guys? Before we start talking about it,
Anyway,
what do you guys think about it?
This is news, man. This is news already. This is already news because I've never seen a Nintendo game on a phone.
Word.
You know, I've seen hacks and stuff like that have Pokemon
Yeah, it's gonna
on their
be
phone, but you know, I've never seen this is gonna be revolutionary, man.
Facts.
It's something big.
What's your take on that, Panda?
it's gonna change. It's gonna blend the classic Mario game with handheld.
Word.
You know, everyone has an iPhone, everyone has an iPad, so to be able to have a Mario game on iOS, something that's every day, it's gonna be revolutionary. As
I agree.
Yeah, facts. I mean, it's
Yep.
not even that
So
big. It's like
crazy.
370 megabytes in the storage space. That it's not really that much, but like it says here, it says it might be a problem if you have a 16 gigabyte iOS device with a poor internet connection. But come on, like,
Well, I think my iPhone, I got the iPhone 6s Plus. It's 64 gigs, so I'm
yeah,
definitely
you
good. I'm
good.
ready for it. It's and the thing is, the graphics. The graphics actually look like the Nintendo Wii version, not the Wii U. I mean, it looks like the Wii version of Super Mario World. Like they actually had like a no, New Super Mario World for New Super Mario Brothers. That's the game. They had it. The graphics look the exact same. Like you took it right out of the Wii. So, you know, it's very simplistic. Is you just press. There's only one button and you jump. And they have a bunch of different modes and stuff like that. It's definitely going to be something that everyone's going to be picking up.
All right. So let's just get started. So Nintendo's announcing it for the iPhone 7. It's coming out tomorrow. Let's talk about the time zone. It says, are you guys following me?
Yeah, Nintendo's making power moves
Yeah, they
this
are.
year, man. They're just going, like as always, Nintendo always had a successful company with great customer care and you know
Now, Nintendo's really doing big moves.
be able to make memories within the game as well with the people. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, and we're gonna get into these topics, but right now let's talk about all the dates. It's coming out December 15th, which is tomorrow. It's coming out around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. New Zealand, yeah,
7:30
7:30
a.m.
a.m. Pacific time,
Yeah,
and Australia, New Zealand is gonna be 9 p.m. What is IST? I don't know. I'm lost. That's
that's
their
their
time.
time. So that's so East Coast. East
Yeah.
Coast is probably looking like 10:30 for us. So you know, once we wake up in the morning,
So
so
like
we
it
get an
says, if you
extra.
sign up for
If you
if you
have an
sign up for the
iPhone,
notifications, you'll know when it's downloaded. So
yeah, yeah. So if you have an iPhone or you have an iPad, and you know you want to play Mario on the go, or you want to play Mario from your phone or tablet, you got this right here. They have a demo. For it's gonna be it's obviously you're gonna have to pay for it. You know, nothing's free with Nintendo, but you know,
I talking about that. Like,
just be happy that we
talking
got a
about that. What do
game.
you think about the price right now, as you see right now?
$10. I mean, it's not for a full game with no in-app. I mean, if you compare it to games that have in-app purchases,
think
the
about it,
game might
like
be
$10
99
for a
cents. You
classic.
know? Yeah, it's pretty much,
Ten
and
dollars
it's
for a
something that you
classic
can
game
do.
that it's worth. It's like one Mario game from a Super Nintendo is worth like $100, bro.
Pretty much,
It's
pretty
just,
much. I
you
mean,
know what I mean?
ten
Like
dollars
they
isn't bad. That's a
classics,
bargain. That's a bargain. That's a
Mario.
bargain. $10
And to be honest,
for what you're getting. For what you're getting, it's a
yeah,
bargain.
and talking about that, Panda, like it says right here, that it's free to try. So even if you don't like the game, you can still try it and you can get some levels. So what do you think about Nintendo actually doing that for the customers?
That's
I
good.
like,
That's
yeah,
great.
that's
That's
creating
great.
experience for us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's you're
That's
not
what we
forcing
love
someone
about
to buy a
Nintendo. Well,
product.
that's what I
It,
love about Nintendo.
Nintendo never
I
forces
never,
you to
I
buy a
started off in
product without
Sega.
having to actually like not having to be able to try it. Like Nintendo won't do that. They give you
Yeah,
demos and trials.
my first console was a Sega Genesis. So like, I started with Sonic. Like, my first game ever was Sonic. You know, so as I grew up and started playing other games, Mario was like definitely top five for me, and Donkey Kong.
Word.
And I think like Smash Bros. Yeah, yeah. I was a big Nintendo kid, bro. It was just
All right, so let's talk about how it's
my
how it's
type
out
of.
for the iPhone and I mean not for the iPhone only for the iPhone and the iPad only now. So it's only exclusive for the iOS device. It's not coming out for Android yet. What about you? What do you think, Panda?
Which I'm pretty sure they're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna do compatible with Android. They have to,
Well,
because it's at the end of the day like.
what do you think about being what it
I
being
think
like out for iOS first and not both like not both companies?
mm, it's because Apple's such a like not even Apple like you know who's have just like Nintendo's a big business at the end of the day. Like they have like other means to other things. You know what I mean?
I believe
So
Nintendo's gonna
it's,
go for they're gonna shoot for where
I don't think it's gonna be overly
the
ambitious
audience
of them.
is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like this. You know, Apple is definitely, you know, iPhones. Kids
Who
have
doesn't have an
iPhones and
iPad?
iPads. You gotta
You know
think
what I
about
mean?
it. These kids nowadays, children have iPads and iPhones and stuff like that. They're not really, you know,
Every kid
Android is
has an
not child
iPad.
friendly.
Every fucking kid has an iPad, bro. Some type
Android
of
Android
tablet.
is Android is user friendly to an extent, but it's not as user friendly
Excuse my
as
language.
iOS
All right,
device.
so let's talk about how like it's
So
like
question. This is my
yeah.
question to you is you being a previous Apple user now you I mean you might not care but you know you being a previous Apple user and now you're on the Android side of the spectrum. How do you feel about you know not it's not coming out at the same time you know for you as it is for
Well,
us you know?
to me, like I still have an iPad, so it's not like it's gonna affect me because I can still play it. So it's like if I'm gonna put myself in other on Android only user. So if it was me, I'll probably be disappointed. I may not go buy an iPad per se like right away, but I may try it from a friend, see if I like it. But like I said, if it's actually good and it's actually worth buying, I'll probably just get an iPad, a small iPad. Not big of a deal. Just not to spend that much money. And let's talk about this. How it's also gonna be. They said it's only gonna be always online, so you need internet connection, so you can't play offline. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's
That's
definitely
the
something
thing. That's
that
another. That's another meta to just the app because like what's the possible like if you want to play the game and you're on Wi-Fi, can you be able to play a game, son? You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
What about you, Eli? What do you think about that?
So if like you connected to Wi-Fi,
I don't think that's smart.
Why is that?
should you
I'm gonna
be
give you a
able to
reason
play the
why.
game, right?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a reason why it's not the smartest thing. Because think about it, not every device is internet. You know what I'm saying? What if people want to play? What if children want to play on the
That's
road?
true.
You know, they want to play in the car ride. They have their tablets. Oh, mommy, I can't play. Daddy, I can't play. You know, I can't play Mario. I want to play. You know, then they're gonna have to go play something else, and they spent $10 for the game. The kids want it. They spent $10. Yeah, finally, I got them the game they want. Now they can get out of my ears and stuff like that. And then, oh, we're going to the store. We're going to the
They
supermarket.
should
We're going out somewhere.
I
You
have
know,
the perfect idea for
they need
Nintendo.
to make it to where that they don't they got to fix it because that's not smart. Not a
What
smart
is your
idea at
idea,
all.
Panda?
They should remaster. They should remaster the first Mario put it on the handheld games. Don't even touch it. Just like, you know what I mean?
All right, so let me get let me,
And put it as a DLC. I don't know. If you're paying $10 for a game, you should be having like a free DLC or some shit.
all right. So this is why Miyamoto said, the creator of Mario, this is the reason why he just wants it online. So he's basically saying, I quote, for us, we view our software as being very important asset to us. So, and also for consumers who are purchasing the game, we want to make sure they are able to offer it. We are able to offer it to them, and in a way that software is secure and that they're able to play it in a stable environment. So they're worried about piracy. And that's really like, cause people, so you can
Okay.
actually get hacked. You don't want people to hack your phone within the game. That's what. And actually, right here, another quote. He says, actually, the security element is one of the reasons that we decided to go with iPhone and iOS first. We wanted able to people to leverage the network connection with all three of the Super Mario modes to keep all the modes functioning together and offering the game in a way that keeps the software secure. So what do you guys think about that then?
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense because just as you said, piracy is definitely something big in the world, and Nintendo's not big on that. Like I mean, Nintendo does not like that at all. And if it was me, I would, if I was thinking about it in that route, I would definitely take that route. But at the same time, you have to think more because there's more. You gotta look at it like this. There's a lot of children in this world, and children make up more than half of the world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you know, this is more catered to children than adults. I mean, we all are children at hearts because I grew up with this. I grew up Mario, so once I seen this, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta get this. I can't wait. But at the same time, they're looking out for themselves, and that's a smart
What do you
thing to
think
do
about
as
that,
well.
Panda? Andy.
Nintendo are great
Now, what do
people,
you think
man.
about having them
They
like
do
having them
great.
only like deal with security?
They do great children games. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid if you want to protect your business and your dynasty and your legacy that you left for the children of the world.
Or
Yeah,
all
I
right,
agree.
so
So now
okay,
now 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 pointing it back your way. How do you feel about it?
yeah, I mean, I get it both sides. Like I want to play devil's advocate. Like you talk about the children, right? Most of the kids, like now we're older people, like we're adults now, so we're not gonna have time to keep playing these games, right? We probably might play it here and there in the office or whatever at work while we at break. But kids are mostly the ones that are playing this game. So kids, they usually, they have their phones in the lunchroom and they want to play it. And most times out of ten, most of the schools don't serve free Wi-Fi. So you got to keep that in mind. And like you said, when you go on a trip on the road and you want to play Super Mario Run, but you can't. But at the same time, you could put a hotspot on your phone. So that could be another case. Like it's two different ways. I mean, I get it from their point of view. They're trying to protect their brand and protect the consumers, but you could actually always do a hotspot from your iPhone or from any device, to be honest. So
Of course,
you're always
yeah,
gonna have
I agree.
internet.
Yeah.
All right. So next topic. Let's move on to the
hmm
to the Universal opening the Centric theme park by 2020. What do you guys think about that?
That's gonna be crazy. I've not, to be honest, I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. I've never been to either one of them. So I think this is definitely gonna be a reason why I have to go now. Everyone said, "Oh, it's nothing, it's nothing." I think this is gonna be something that's gonna push me to actually want to go sooner than later. But I mean, unfortunately, there's a big wait. But I want to be there once it releases. I want to enjoy
What
that experience. I believe that's going to be
What about
something
you, Panda?
amazing.
What do you think about the theme park?
Let's just take us to an imagery.
Okay.
Let's just imagine we're driving down Orlando, and we're driving down. Oh, Universal Studios, that's nice. We should make plans and go or whatever. And then you're driving more down, more up, and you and fucking you just see like Nintendo, Super Nintendo World. Like what? Come on. Think
Where
about it.
you see
You would
you see
not
you
want
see
to
your
go.
yeah
Like that's a question.
your childhoods
Super
your childhood
Nintendo
games there.
World, and childhood on roller coasters and all that, bro.
I can't
I wouldn't
imagine what's
want to
gonna
go.
be there.
I think
Man,
I can't imagine what's
it's
going to
gonna
be
be
there.
lit, bro. It's gonna be lit. Like they're gonna have like it's gonna be lit for everybody. Like
I
that's like
Real quick,
more
you know how
jobs
they had the
opening
Disney?
too. You see what I mean? Like there's a lot of things going on. It's
yeah I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
lit.
I'm with Eli
You know
here.
how they had
I'm
the Toy
Like
Story?
I'm planning to move to. I'm trying to work out there. Come on.
I'm with Eli. I mean,
I'm about to send
I'm
my
with Eli here.
resume.
Like, I actually haven't been to any of the Disney worlds, but I would actually love to like be here. And like, I mean, we still got time, so actually, I love that they're taking their time and making everything perfect. And hey, they're trying. There's a lot of companies, putting money into this because this could actually make a lot of money for different companies. And like, if you were actually trying to put money in stock, this will be a perfect way to put like the companies plan to spend more than $50 billion. That's 100. That's 434 million to develop and create rides and attractions. Like this is a big year for announcement for Nintendo.
Yeah, man.
Of course,
Nintendo is
yeah.
Nintendo, man. That's the. I mean,
Then there's Nintendo
definitely Nintendo is Nintendo.
What do you think? What do you
doing
think
it
about
all,
the
man.
space that
They're jack of all
they're
trades.
actually making a
Do
big like
everything.
10,000 square meter. That's actually pretty big if you really think about it. Like this is as
Well,
big as a Disneyland.
I can't even
I
begin
wouldn't
to
imagine any
imagine.
other
Yeah.
way.
I can't begin to imagine. I can't. I wouldn't even be able. Like, I'm just thinking. Am I gonna actually be able? Is there gonna be Mario Kart
Yeah.
tracks that you can actually? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Is it
what
gonna be Mario
the?
Kart tracks?
Bro, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And
You know what I'm saying?
it's gonna be, they're gonna have every game on every ride. They're gonna have Mario Galaxy. Like they're gonna have each game as a ride.
And then
So
even let's pass the
you
rides.
can
Let's get to
hop
the
on. You can
interactive,
hop.
the
Listen,
interactives.
you can hop on Mario's go kart, right? They're gonna have go kart. Every theme park has go kart. You're actually in the game, like you're in Mario Kart,
No, that's true. That's true.
as like the full experience. You know what I
Say what
mean?
you gonna say, Eli.
It's gonna change your life.
I'm wondering, they're going to be interactive. There's going to
Of
have to be
course.
interactive. You know how they had those games, and I don't know if you ever seen this on Disney Channel at one point, but they had those little the Toy Story games where they have the little you're sitting on the little in like a little teacup or whatever it is, and you're shooting at the things. Like they might have some interactive. It's going to be crazy. And think about it. You know, you have it. It's going to be a Super Nintendo world. It's not 100% just
Exactly.
Mario. So saying
True
if it
that.
was Super Mario World, okay, or Mario, you got the princess or whoever else. But in the Super Nintendo world, I'm just curious to who else we're gonna be seeing. What other Nintendo
I totally
characters?
forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? So this is not just Mario. Mario is the main mascot of Nintendo, but we also got Donkey Kong, we got Kirby, we got so much.
Yoshi.
Yeah, I mean, you could
You
go
know,
down the list, but yeah, like I like that they're interactive. Like maybe you're trying to they have you like in a dungeon, like you actually get to be the character like Mario. You get to jump on blocks, you get to dodge shells.
I want. I wonder what they're gonna do. I'm thinking they might even have a Mario Party type,
Yeah, like
you know, like a
yeah,
real
like a
life
board game.
board
Yeah,
game
yeah.
type thing. You never know. This is gonna be crazy,
A
man.
human
And it
board
might have
game.
human board games, and it has little mini games to play. You guys might have mini games. Who knows what they're gonna make, man? This is something that's like only time will tell. We got 5 years. Well, not 5 years.
Yeah,
We got 4 years, pretty much.
three.
Not even
Yeah.
three.
Well, we don't have an
Three
exact date. It
years from
says
now,
2020. It could be the
'Cause
end of 2020. It could be.
yeah, it could be the end. It could be the beginning, the middle. All it's given us. Hopefully, that's not a
Yeah.
placeholder date, because I'm guarantee you guys, 2020, I'm definitely going to be at Super
Yeah. To
Nintendo
be honest,
World.
like I don't care how long they take, as long as they make it great and perfect, so everybody can enjoy to have a great experience when they go over there. All right, so now we're gonna.
Start
Word, I
your
can't wait.
bookings right now. You guys have to. We have to take a vacation out there, and Super Nintendo World is gonna be a
2020, we
blast,
gotta
bro.
book it. We gotta book it
2020.
now, man.
Gotta book your tickets
You
now. You heard
All right,
from me,
so
man.
let's switch topics into
heard it here
esports,
first.
and let's talk about former Laker Rick Fox. And he's betting like. And this Rolling Stone article says he's betting big on esports. Basically, like a lot of people I notice, a lot of celebrities, a lot of entertainers, they're actually putting their hands into esports now. Like, why is that? What do you think? What do you think they're doing this, Eli? Why are they doing this?
Well, I mean, like it's so hard to tell because it's not really hard to tell. But I mean, I can go back to the beginning, but from here, everyone never seen gaming as a sport.
That is a fact.
Now, years ago, gaming was in the untapped market. This is something where, when I say untapped market, there wasn't a lot of business in gaming, other like esports wise. Now, everyone is trying to get their hands on an esports team or make an organization because they see how big this is. Gaming has evolved to the point where it's just like you can't explain it now. You used to be able to explain it back in the day, your family, friends, whoever. But now it's so hard to explain about how the direction the ship that it's taking. And I believe all these celebrities, they're trying to get a piece of the cake
Yep.
now because they know that they know, and there's maybe a couple more years from now, it's going to be way bigger than it is now. But
What about you?
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
What about you, Panda? Why do you think celebrities, entertainers are actually like noticing actually now esports? Because before they were making fun of, this is not real sports. It's just guys, grown men just playing video games, and they think they could make money out of it. But why do you think our people are actually starting to notice esports now at this time?
Well, you got the hard working boys on Echo Fox. So Kevin Soto and all the guys, Frag out, very talented players on Gears of
Yep,
War.
they actually picked up that team now for the Gears of
Um,
War.
them guys is
Congrats,
these
Soto.
guys been yep. Congrats to them. These guys secure their spots. They're definitely top three. You run into these dudes on land. When the money's on the line, these guys will destroy you, and if you don't be on top of yourself and your team, so it's big. It's like
But
you
why do
know,
you think celebrities are like investing into esports teams now? Like you got people like Shaq, A Rod, people like that. Like why do you think that is?
to be honest, I I I really feel like anybody that sees dedication, that's doing something with passion.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Gears of War 4, we've been what? They've been raging like 20,000 viewers. Who knows who's watching? You know what I mean? It's a lot of people. So, words get spread like that. And, when the right eyes, they see, oh, like, you know, here's a war. I know this game. Oh, it's a competition. Like, um, will get hooked because they see the passion of the players and the stories, especially, Optic and Envy, biggest rivalry. Optic is dominating the league right now. Like, they could probably be like the next final boss times 100,
Or
bro.
and like I think like
Cause they're
I,
so
I think like they're actually doing this like Eli said. They're trying to not only make some money, but I think some people like, for example, like Rick Fox, like he says in this quote, he says they like the guys actually don't know why people didn't consider this a real sport, and he goes, it's all about mastery. Basically, like it's established through repetition, focus, and concentration. In other words, it's all in the head, and that goes for any sport. It's like whether you're putting the ball through a hoop or hitting a home run across the fence or you're getting a solo kill in League of Legends. That's actually a good. That's actually a perfect quote because people don't see it as a sport, but it actually is basically mentally because you're exercising your brain at the end of the day. Yeah, I
Outthink
think
your
your
opponent.
opponent or your opponent.
I'll think a real person
Like
like that's playing the
It's
game
like
chess
chess,
against
is a
you.
basically.
sport.
Yeah.
But it's like real people, like you understand, against real people. That's what makes the experience, and people don't get that. You know what I mean? It's like it's like an NBA game, but
Yep.
indoors. You're going against other people. You know what I mean? And you're going against the best of the best. And if you and you know that's and it's just people clouded that because they don't want to get together and notice the real things. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, gaming, it's a way of connecting with people as well, not just sport or whatever the tradition was. We live in Americas. It's all about creating opportunities for
All right,
yourself, man.
so let's switch topic
So
into
that's my
something
take
that
on
just
that.
happened. I think over the weekend. You guys don't have this, but I just remembered Street Fighter going. They actually played it at the White House. Like they actually like broadcast it on Twitch. Like you had like uh Jay Wong.
That's insane.
They had Mike Ross, Gutek.
Like an
No, they didn't
actual
have a
tournament.
tournament. They just had people playing on it
Yeah,
casually.
an exhibition.
Yeah. What do you
Okay,
guys think
okay.
about that? Like that's another big esports going
It's
to the
cool,
White
man.
House, man. That's actually being broadcast through like throughout the nation. What's your thoughts on that, Eli?
That's 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 just it's just showing you and it's telling you that gaming, man, is really something big, man, and it's not like it's so big that it's scary now. I don't want to get too deep into how things are. I'm not trying to go deep into how certain people feel about once guys know where I'm
Yeah.
going with this. You know how music icons, when they're starting low, they might not have that many viewers or that many fans, but out of nowhere, magically they blow up and they have millions of subscribe followers on Twitter, and their albums is number one all over the world and stuff like that. You just comes to think, whatever's going on in that might be going on in this gaming world sooner or later. So it's just like it's more than you can imagine. This video gaming has never been in the White House
I don't think
ever,
it's ever been.
and
Period.
it's never been broadcasted
Like
ever. And Easy E was in the White
yeah,
House. But who would ever think Easy E would be in the White House?
yeah. Now I mean,
No one would ever think that video games would ever be in. And this is just goes to show you where this is going, man. This is just really ridiculous.
It's not even scary. It's just showing you that the world is uniting. Our nation is uniting to build, to build another, unified country. You know what I mean? With the people in it, and it doesn't even have to be about like stereotype or class. Like everybody can get together, different, different professions, different hobbies, and still be able to just make it into a whole union.
yeah. Like video games actually like you just pick up the controller and you play against anybody. You don't worry about what's the other person's sex, all the other stuff. But let's not get into that. But I actually like they're actually
Mhm.
like bringing esports, especially esports, because Street Fighter, like, yeah, it's a classic game. It's been there since the beginning of the times of fighting games, of 2D fighting games. But esports, because they didn't bring casual players. They didn't bring a random guy that knows how to play Street Fighter. They brought esports players and people that have their hands in the community for a long time. So they didn't bring
Ridiculous.
just anybody.
For years that have Guinness
Yeah,
World
exactly,
Record
like
holder like
Justin Wong.
Justin Wong.
So like I actually like that.
You can pay. You can literally. You can pay anybody to play
Yeah.
them. They will get
So
smashed.
this is not.
Great
And
to
Yeah.
show you.
real quick, just to jump back.
You can invest like if like as let's say if let's put ourselves in as in the president's shoes. Like if I'm President Obama and I'm in a room full of dominant, very skilled, intelligent Street Fighter players. that won on multiple tournaments and proven to be the best that ever touched the game. It, I'll send whoever, send the whole United States, please play these guys and beat them. No, it's just not gonna work like that.
What are you gonna say, Eli?
Oh, I was just jumping back to Mario Run because I
Okay.
just seen something. It says Super Mario Run has 20 million users signed up to be
Wow.
notified of its release. So let's just put. I'm looking at this article.
It's insane.
It says
And
20 million seems like a big number. It might not seem like a big number, right? But it's difficult to put such a number into perspective. 20 million is almost. It's hold on one second. Let me see. Hold on. Where is it at? Okay, five. Okay, it says Super Mario Run has already sold more copies than the last three console Mario
Wow.
titles combined. To be specific, Mario Kart 8, 7.70 million. New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii U, 5.34 million. And Super Mario 3D World, 5.1 million copies. And then together that's a total of 18.5 million games after a few years. And Super Mario Run hasn't even released yet.
That's crazy.
So that just goes to show where like as we said, everyone has a mobile device. Not everyone has a gaming console. Everyone has a mobile device, but mobile device. But back to like you guys were talking about, like Street Fighter in the White House. That's another topic that's you know that's really ridiculous. With Obama in office, with him being in office for these past years, a lot of things happen, but I've never seen nothing like this happen. I would never expect that to be in the White House, even before him, even before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. I would have never seen anything like this coming.
Or that's actually like, I mean, like you said, like with Obama, you seen everything. Everything that's like, yeah, Jay
Jay
Z,
Z chilling with
yeah,
Beyonce, with Jay Z and Beyonce chilling with Obama. It's crazy. You've seen a lot of things, but I would never see think to even imagine something like this. And that just goes to show, what gaming can do, where gaming can take you. All of us being gamers ourselves, that just goes to show. That should throw a little bit of fuel
yeah,
to the fire because we don't know what could happen. We could be playing games and and they might want to put us on TV because we won a tournament or two, or we placed in a tournament, or people are gonna start looking in and listening to these podcasts and be like, oh, those guys right there, they should go be, you know, something like that. Who
and
knows?
yeah, like esports being broadcast in general. Like, think about it, like the Capcom Cup, right? That just happened a couple weeks ago. So they actually rebroadcast the tournament on ESPN. And you know how the tweets went. Some people were hype about it. The diehard sports fan were saying this is not real sports. Get off this like get it off this channel. So like, it's
Yeah,
actually a big thing right now, and people should actually like put money into this. And if you have the time and you have the passion to play video games, then I think this is a good start. I think this is actually the best time to start like going into esports, because I think from 5 years from now, like it's actually gonna be harder, and it's actually gonna be like classism. It's actually easier now than ever.
yeah, and invest in it. Invest in the communities. Invest. Help the children out that play every day. At the end of the day, people are human, and just invest. If you have money, invest in these kids. You know what I mean? They sacrifice their bodies, their health, sweat, blood, and tears for this. You know what I mean? So,
Word.
this is my take on that. Stop bitching, crying, and complaining about Street Fighter being on on ESPN. Kids work hard to do what they do. That's it. Bet on each other. Bet and make bets. At the end of the day, like, look at it from every perspective, a business perspective, whatever perspective that you're trying to angle it from. Because this is the future, and Who's got to wake up, man?
I mean, we've been on Nintendo. We've been on
So new.
Nintendo, but this has to actually has to do a little bit with well, play Sony and PlayStation because they actually are like kind of like making a partnership. But let's talk about the PlayStation Switch before I get into that. What are you guys thoughts on? And if you guys thinking of copying it or getting it? I mean, not the PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry.
The Nintendo Switch, man. That's not a question. You know,
It's
I'm
not.
definitely gonna have that release.
You can literally have a whole room full of people, right? A whole room full of people. Walk away, come back with a Nintendo Switch, if and just put it on, and it's just like like you give a controller to a. It's just you can. It's just it makes you switch.
Let me ask
It
you this
makes you
question,
switch.
Michael. Let me ask you this question, Michael. My childhood and your childhood is definitely different. But as I grew up, I always wanted a mobile Smash game. We had 3DSs and all this stuff. They need to make Smash Brothers for the 3DS. They need to do that. They need to do something that
Yeah.
involves that. And they did they finally did it. And do you know how universal that was? People were able to play Smash on the go, things and stuff like that. For things to that. You know, um, that's that standpoint. Now, look at it like this. Think of where has there ever been a time where you've been playing a game as you were young, and oh, Michael, we gotta go. Yeah, and you have to leave. You gotta go save it, and you gotta leave. Right? Think about it now. Think about playing a game and you're able to actually take it with you on the go.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Just think about that
That's
right there.
innovative in itself.
Just think about
Showed
it,
a
man. You could
They
take
showed a
a
clip where
game.
they show a clip where some girl was on an airplane and she just took it out, or I don't know if it was a dude. They took out the console. They put the little screen out, and they just had the controller there, and it was just with a like the screen had a kickstand. So he's standing the screen while playing. I don't know if it was Mario or Zelda or Donkey Kong, and
No,
he
I
has
think he
the
was playing
controller in his hand.
Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim. Look at that. You can't even play like like
All right.
So let me ask you
whatever
All
this
right.
game,
question,
bro.
Michael.
It's really crazy.
Will you be getting a Nintendo
Well, I'll
Switch?
be getting into some.
That's my question to
Well,
you. Will you be getting a Nintendo Switch when it releases? March 17th, 2017.
this is two things that I'm gonna segue into what I'm gonna say, but uh, I think I will. I'm most likely getting it because I see a lot of good games going into it, and I can actually just when I go to work or go to New York and see the family, I can actually take this because actually I used to love Nintendo DS and like after I got older I just started playing on consoles, but the Nintendo DS was actually one of my favorite things that I was able to do because I was able to go to my aunt's house, my grandma's house, or my dad's house. Anywhere I could just take the DS and just play on it. But another thing too that's gonna probably is gonna tell me whether I want to buy it when it comes out or maybe later down the line when the pricing goes down. It's the pricing because I'm on Amazon and it doesn't show the pricing yet. So what do you guys think will be, a good price for not? It's not like a big console, but it's still a big thing because it's innovating itself.
To,
You go
all
first,
right.
Lamar.
You
Yeah,
know me.
and that's why
You know me.
people. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna
Panda, you
set.
know me,
They're
bro.
gonna
I already know what the prices are already.
if they
Now,
sell it
the,
retail price,
the
it's
price
gonna
is gonna
sell out.
be 250. It's $250. That's the low. That there's two
Okay.
versions. There's a bundled
And what
version
does that bundle
and there's a
bring?
non-bundled version.
Explain to the people that don't know.
It brings either now a bundle that's talking about the bundles either going to be bringing Splatoon 2. But if you don't know, Splatoon is a third person shooter game for the Nintendo Wii U. And
Oh, it's that
there
paintball
Yeah.
game, right?
yes, with the paint, yes. Now
Yeah, that
they're
game was
either
dope.
bundling Splatoon. Now there's been this YouTuber by the name of Obi-Wan Plays. I watch his videos a lot, and he's been talking about, you know, what game should be bundled. I think Splatoon should not be a bundle. but supposedly Splatoon's being bundled from insider sources. I believe the new Mario game that they showed should be the bundle for the Nintendo. Why? Because Mario sells. Mario sells
Yep.
consoles. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put Splatoon. That's just one type of game. You want to put a game that
Yeah.
everyone plays. Children, adults, everyone plays it. Male, female. Not saying male and females don't play Splatoon, but you want something that was gonna sell. And I think putting that Mario game will sell. They would talk about, oh, put the Zelda as a a bundle. No. Zelda is not going to sell that console. It's gonna sell it to people like us. You know, the gamers
That
that
are
play everything.
passionate.
Exactly. If you're gonna sell it to
So
us, it's not gonna. Now I think now
I think
the
they could
bundle
do a
price is
Donkey
two ninety
Kong.
nine.
Eh,
The bundle price is 299. 300 for a bundle and 249 for the non bundle one. Now there's a difference. One has more space, or one does, and then one has less space. So the bundle obviously has more space, and the original one has the generic amount of
And would it
space.
all be 1080p?
Now,
Like
can we hook?
1080p? What was
Yes. Did you see?
60
Yes.
FPS?
The specs. Let me
yes,
look into
Well,
it.
it looks
while
Let me
he
look
looks it
into
up,
perfectly.
the.
Panda, what do you think should be like the retail price and like what games should be bundled?
I I I'll switch it up a bit. Like I would like definitely. I mean, Mario sells at the end of the
Yes.
day. It's what started Nintendo, and you know, at the end of the day, that's what they always that's their niche. But if they can definitely change up the game, like bring making a Donkey
That's
Kong
not bad.
game, a bundle, you know,
Well,
like people like Donkey Kong as
what about
well. No,
the
it's just
price?
like it's gonna the price for
You
250
think that's fair? 250. For
it's
it's
not
not
that bad.
it's not a big
Not
console.
that
It's
bad.
really like more.
You know, cause other consoles cost more, and they got they got whacker games. Let me be honest. You know, Nintendo
But this
always
is the
had
thing with
better games
Nintendo,
than
right?
any
This is the thing with
system.
Nintendo. They have this tendency of they have good things at the beginning of like at the beginning when the system drops, and then later on it just stops like giving out new games. Like, and on top of that, would you consider this a console or portable console like like the PlayStation, like the PSP? Like, is this like a console, regular console? Or this is a portable like should it be priced like that high?
It's bro. I think you can also play it on the
No, you
television.
can't. But I'm saying like it's a.
Oh, okay. So
I
ready?
got it.
Check this out real quick. I've been looking up some of these specs. It says um the specs is going to be powered by
Okay,
NVIDIA,
that's good.
and it confirms the console runs on its technology. Interesting, with the Xbox, PlayStation, and Wii U all use AMD. It's going to be by NVIDIA Tegra processor. That's going to be the processor.
Yeah, I
Let me
use
see.
Nvidia.
Let me see. NVIDIA
Okay.
GPU based on the same architecture as the world's top performing GeForce gaming graphics
Okay.
cards.
I have
What else does it
GeForce.
say?
Yep. This is good.
So what this the way it's looking that this is going to be more powerful than the Xbox One and the PS4. That's
Yeah.
what it's looking
It
like.
yeah.
Now, I
But what
mean,
about the Xbox
it
One X now? Like the what's it called? The Blu-ray and
for
the 4K.
4K.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else is at this point now when it comes down to Nintendo's actually said they're making a console that can compete. All of these other consoles, they knew they were just trying things, and I think they hit it on the ball with the Switch. There's no console
No
that you
pun
can take
intended.
out, and I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like, do I want to take my console out? I don't want to take my console out of the damn house, and I'm probably not going to take it out of my house. But if I wanted to, I have the chance to. Say if we were playing a game, we all had switches, and we were playing a game. Oh, Say we playing
So
Splatoon 2. We playing Splatoon 2. We got to practice or we got to scrim. I have to leave. I'm going to
exactly.
a family member's house. I could just take this and I can still be able to play. And it says that the screen is 720p.
Uh,
The little
Which is
tablet is
not
six
bad.
inches. It's a
It's
6-inch
it's
tablet,
6 inches, like a
six
six
point
inch sub from
from
Subway.
Subway.
Look how small
Yeah,
it
but I'm
is.
saying this: do you consider this like a
it's six
regular
point six
console, like
inches.
an Xbox, or will you like consider like a portable device? Because I think to sell it like that high, like a 300 or like that, that's a little bit too high just for a portable device. To be honest.
I mean, this is not just this is a home console. Because think about it, you got to think about the people that are not going to take it out of their house. You got to think about the people that are just that. What about for the people that don't take it out? Hold on, what else does it say? Rumors before the announcement suggest a screen up to 900p. That's what they're talking about, 900p for the actual thing, but 6.2 inches of 720 resolution. Blah blah blah. Now, it's funny that you asked that because I'm scrolling down. It's funny that you asked that. It says, "Will the Switch replace the
That's what I'm
3DS?"
saying.
Now that's the question I'm gonna ask you guys. Do you think the Switch will replace the
Yes, it will
3DS?
because it's. I'm pretty. I'm telling you. This is just me, but I think 85% of the people that are gonna buy the Switch are gonna go outside and play it. They're not gonna be at home playing it. That is the Switch. Pun intended. That is the Switch. Either A, you play at your home, or you can just take it out and play it outside. Which I think most people are gonna go outside and play.
Exactly. That's what the Switch. That's what. But the thing is, the Switch is more
Because
to than
everybody,
just that.
you know,
You can switch the controllers. It's not
after
just
Pokemon
Nintendo
Go,
Switch and you
it was
take it
just
out.
like,
It's more. It's more to that. Yeah,
I,
trust me.
I think it's gonna replace
Because
it. To be honest.
you can switch the controllers. Now let's say that people say in an interview, the guy said we didn't want a successor to the Wii U or the 3DS, and added thanks to our software, the 3DS hardware is still growing, so that business still has momentum. So hey, from there itself is saying that the 3DS still has its own. It's gonna have its own momentum. Therefore, this is gonna be two different things. You got so many games that are coming out for the 3DS still. You got the Pokemon Sun and Moon just came out. That just recently came out. Do you think people are gonna stop playing those games for
Well,
the
I mean,
Nintendo
then why
Switch?
did they bring?
No.
Why did they bring it to the
no,
Nintendo Switch?
Now, Pokemon said, just fun. It's funny how we're talking about Pokemon again. I've been doing some research. Pokemon said in an interview that they're gonna see where the Nintendo Switch goes before they make their Pokemon game. They want to see, is it
mm,
going to be a lot of people going to be going to the mobile side, or they're going to be staying home with it. They want to see the direction that the Switch goes before they make their game with it. So that means they're going to be in
Yeah,
development of making games for it. Pokemon. It's already confirmed that they're going to be doing it, but are they going to be doing it now? No, they're,
because they're
they're doing the
waiting and
smart
seeing.
thing.
trial and
But
error.
to me, yes. So to me personally, I mean, I believe that the only people that will really take their Switch out of the house, it's going to be children,
Casual
children
gamers,
or
yeah, chill.
children. Ready? You got children, which are like the kids. They take it. So the parents can shut the kids up in the car ride. They got something to play, right? That's what you got right
Word.
there. Or the competitive players. The competitive players, just because if you've seen the Switch trailer, it does show an esports arena at the end. It shows an esports arena with or thousands of people, and it showed two teams, a Japanese team and an American team, or I don't know if it was Japanese, but it was one of either that or it was an American team. Showed them going over strategy, and then all of them in a huddle, and then it showed them walking out into a main stage and
Yeah.
taking their Switch and docking it in and
Yep.
picking up the controller.
And like this.
You know what I'm
This.
saying?
Go ahead.
So
Finish.
no, so I'm saying that means children and competitive players. Myself, I don't think I'm taking the Switch anywhere unless I have to. If I have to go out somewhere on, if I'm going on vacation, yeah, I'm gonna take the Switch with me, the whole thing, not just let me put these things in here and take it. No, I'm taking the whole console. But will I take it with me? I don't want the screen to get messed up. If I get a screen protector and a special case, yes, maybe. But no, me. That's me personally. I don't know about you two guys, but I mean, Panda, you live in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you're gonna just be taking your Switch and walking the street with some Switch to get that junk
I
snatched up.
wouldn't, I wouldn't try to.
It, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but
So
like I like New York, nothing really happens in New York anymore. So everything's changed. After that's what gaming did. That's what Pokemon Go did. Like you know what I mean?
Well, but a lot of people
It's,
were getting robbed for the Pokemon stops and shit. But let's not.
yeah, that's the thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
like, let's go back to this, right? Because I told Panda while you was searching for the article that Nintendo has this tendency of releasing like a new system, and they started, they start pushing new games, new games, new games, but for that new system. And after a while, people are alright, they consume it, they take a step back and enjoy the games. And after that, they stop releasing games. And we saw that with the 3DS, we saw that with the Wii U. Like, what new Wii U games are coming out other than Smash? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
is this
mean,
gonna be?
yeah, yeah,
And that's what
I
that's
agree
what I'm
with you
saying. Like,
100.
this was gonna.
percent
I think this is gonna replace the 3DS, and they're saying, "Oh yeah," they're always gonna say we're gonna release games for the 3DS, obviously because they want to sell, more games for for that console. But I think this game right here, the Nintendo Switch, is gonna replace the 3DS, and they're not gonna sell that. They're not gonna sell old games for that old system. That's just me, though. I don't know what you got. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I
You know
mean,
what?
I just don't think that this is
We
gonna.
all gotta see from experience.
Hold on
You
a
if
second.
that's what you see with other consoles, then everyone has their own thing. But like like I said
Yo,
before,
okay,
man.
real quick, Michael. It says while we wait for more detailed specs, a leak on Reddit says that it's 4K support.
Well, that's speculation, but that would be really good if that happens.
Okay, that's likely but that's for video playback like
Okay.
Netflix. Gaming will be 1080p and 60 FPS.
I'm telling you, man, this is gonna replace the 3DS. People are gonna play more time. Come on, man. Like, you take your Switch out and you go watch Netflix. You go watch YouTube outside Twitch. Like, come on. Like,
I mean, yeah, but that's the difference. 3DS is totally different, Michael. You got the games on the 3DS. Okay, you got like Pokemon on the 3DS, Smash Brothers. It's not obsolete on the 3DS. It's still kind of a thing, not as
yeah,
big as it was, but it's still kind of a thing. Then you got Mario Kart. You got all those games where you got Street Pass. There's a lot of different things. People do Street Pass with their 3DS, and there's a lot of different things you can do. Now, Street Pass is if someone passes you up, your characters, your created characters, your Mii's, they like meet up, and you get certain things and play the mini games and stuff like that. But I don't think, I mean, this is an expensive system. You know what I'm saying? A 3DS is like $100. You could buy a 2DS. That gets robbed or taken, whatever. But do you feel like taking out a Switch? And I don't know how much that tablet's gonna cost. If that someone gets a crack on it, or you
yeah.
drop it, or something like that, like you know what I'm saying? I don't think this is gonna replace it. I'm telling you right now, parents are not gonna
I'm pretty
allow this thing.
sure they're gonna have
I want to
cases.
take back what I said. I want to take back what I said.
Compatible
Parents are
cases.
not allowing their children to take that shit out of the house.
I don't
Not,
know.
not. You spent so much
It,
money, spent
well,
so
that
much
goes
damn
back
money,
to how much
all
it's
this
gonna
stuff.
be.
The price is right there, 250 to 300, certain bundles, man. But like I said, there's a lot of speculation. We won't know until the game. There's gonna be a press conference, I think January 11th. So hopefully after that press conference, after the Nintendo Switch conference, we're gonna definitely do another podcast and talk about this. We're gonna come back to the Switch because after they do their little press conference about it, and they're gonna talk about prices, games, and they're gonna go in depth about it. Then we can talk about it. So I mean, I got your answer already. I know you know why. You
Yeah.
got my answer. I'm definitely getting it, even without seeing that thing. Panda, what's your answer? You getting it, or
Wait and see.
you gonna wait? Because it says more Switch news to come January 13th. They're talking about, are you ready? It says Switch release date, price, specs, games, pre-orders, and trailers and more. Everything you need to know about the Switch is going to be on that day. So January 13th,
Well, we'll definitely talk
2017.
about that.
Yeah. So we got something else
Yeah,
definitely to
man.
talk
Well,
about, man.
I think we're.
If I'm tempted, I'll probably
I
get
mean, is
it,
there any
bro.
more topics you guys want to talk
It's
about? I mean,
been an
I'm
honor
I'm
getting
trying to hit
Nintendo
for an
Switch.
hour. We got 5 more minutes, but mean, we could talk about
I
I
mean,
mean,
pretty much. We
Pa,
just we
Pa,
can start
Panda
off with my
brought
notes.
Panda brought in about Gears of War. I mean, we could just more, or like talk about like 3 minutes or so about what just happened over the weekend in London Gfinity. Eli, what about
Man.
you?
Well, I
What do you thought
mean,
about Optic still continuing their winning streak?
Optics that team right now. Optics that team right now. They got that winning streak. They are beatable, as we've
Yes,
seen. There's a lot of teams that are coming very close to beating them. I was surprised that United was the first team to put them into losers bracket like that. Um, I feel like Optic needs to really up their game to stay on top because there's nothing but footage of Optic playing. So, a lot of teams study and they do their homework. So when it's time for that test, man, they really came through. And like I said, the one surprised me again that Demo's team was the team, to take them out. Congrats to
yeah,
Demo and
congrats.
Kyle, Klaus, and them, to take out a team like that. Even though they didn't win the tournament, they still accomplished something that no other teams have
Well,
done.
Envy
It's
sent
like
them
setting
to
the
Columbus,
stage.
sent them to losers, but they still
Sent
was
them.
still in grand finals.
Well, like, yeah, you're right.
Well, what
Yeah,
about you, Panda? What you
yeah,
thought?
you're
What's your
right.
thoughts on
But
the tournament?
Like I said before, man. Um, Congrats to Soto, man. Congrats to Echo
Yeah, they
Fox.
did their thing.
Top three cells. Definitely looking strong. Kraz at Revenge. I don't think they're Revenge. I think
Allegiance.
they had like some
they got
contract
some.
The team allegiance
situation.
now, yeah.
Allegiance,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, very, very, very strong team. Giving Optic a run for their money as well. And
Yeah,
so
teams are actually starting on
Zavala.
on optic, man. Like you can't get complacent once you're in the top. You got to keep grinding, man. And teams are catching up.
Exactly.
And to
A
me,
lot of teams that's
yeah,
their
it is. And
problem.
to me, like I actually was disappointed in the fact that Splice, like, they're trying a new player out, and like they're like, I think they were good, man. I don't think I forgot the player's name, but they dropped somebody, but like they actually placed worse. And another thing that I didn't like, I'm tired. I don't know if this is like is either subconsciously somebody doing it on the bracket or like just it just happening by fate. Like I'm tired of seeing USA versus Mexico. Like it's always Optic versus EU United, always all the time. And I think I saw Identitas tweeted out that I'm tired of like playing United. Like I'm annoyed. Like it's true. Like I'm tired of seeing these two teams always playing against each other. Like US versus Mexico. Like I don't know. I think it's just me, but I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
every time I seen Splice play, it's
Yeah,
always been them. But them two, they made it into pool play, so that's a given. You're gonna play
yeah.
them in pools. Something's gonna happen. You can't, you know what I'm saying? That forces one team to do bad. That forces one team to do bad. So the
But they're
United, it
always
forces
playing
them to do
against each
bad,
other.
or Splice to do bad.
Like even
It's
in
unfortunate,
the
but I mean,
Invitational, that was the first match they played. Come on, man. USA versus Mexico. Like this is the third tie in tournament for the Gears of War 4 circuit that they played each other in turn.
yeah, I mean, but what about? But did Splice beat any of the UK teams?
I'm not sure. I think they did. It had to. But I'm saying they didn't place better than they
Yeah.
did in the in Columbus. But anyways, I think we're done. I mean, thank you guys so much. I got you guys are you guys social media up and right now? This is Eli. This is Pandas Young Gifted. You can follow him on Twitter. His gamer tag I'm up is Young Gifted as well. We got mine. This is Lunars. You can follow me. I Twitch. You can find me on Twitch on Lunars underscore on YouTube. All that good stuff. Eli Sir underscore Sir X. I mean
Yep.
Sir
Yep.
underscore XO. That's on Twitter. You can follow him. He has the channel as well, a Twitch channel. You can follow him on. Do you have a YouTube?
Yeah, I do, but it's not
Still in
still in
development. Yeah,
development.
but you can
So
follow Eli as Sir underscore XO too.
yeah.
He has a Twitch channel. He streams Rivals of Either. He's a Smash professional, so you could actually be on the lookout for him to play more Smash. And this is his team's Twitter CP Punish Esports. You can follow us. We have as you guys can see right here, the links. We have a YouTube, a Twitch, a Facebook, an Instagram, all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is an untitled podcast. This is number one. It's gonna be a little more professional, a little more better once we get down the line and start like the structure of the podcast and how we're gonna go about it. But this is day one. Thank you guys so much.
Yep, yep, yep.
Any last words, guys?
Thanks.
See you guys.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man.
watching. Be
Thanks
sure
for
to tune in
stopping
next
by.
time. Be sure to tune in next time, man. Like we're gonna be in depth, talk about some more stuff. But be sure to follow all of us and stay tuned. Thanks for watching, listening.
Take care.